everyone. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're gonna do something super exciting. So I'm actually gonna practice doing my makeup for my birthday party. Yes. I'm having my 30th birthday party this weekend, and I really wanted to take some time to practice my look. And I just don't think I'm gonna be able to film this on the day of my party, and I just don't want to be stressed out trying to film it for you guys. And honestly, I want to get this up on my birthday, so we're here this morning. I'm just gonna practice it before I go to work. And I wanted to show you guys, but while we're here, please make sure that you like and subscribe and hit my notification bell so you know when I upload next. Thanks so much for being here, and let's get started. So I always put on my little headband before starting because I don't know how some of these girls do their makeup with their hair in their face. I can't. I just can't. I'm constantly doing this, and I'm like, but I want my bangs out, but then I'm doing this. So it's I don't know. Let's just put this on. Also, I just got my hair done. It's kind of annoying that it's up in this half ponytail right now, but I need to wash it tonight, and I have to go pick up the shampoo and conditioner tonight, or today while I'm at work, or I guess during my lunch break. But yeah, the color is super beautiful. It was done by Miss Hannah, who was my model in some of my previous videos. I'm sure you'll see her on the channel again in the future. Yeah, so I got my hair done, I got my nails. Look at my nails. So if you guys are familiar with the movie 13 going on 30, if you've ever seen the film, I did my nails inspired by her dress, and of course I have the dress, and I will be wearing that, so I'm really excited. But here's the film. If you've never seen this movie, especially if you have a young daughter or are a girly pop, this is a great film. It stars Miss Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo. Ooh, look, I got the fun and flirty edition. Anyways, here's the dress. So you can see my nails and how it was inspired by this dress. I'm so excited. My dress looks a little different than hers, but it's kind of hard to find, the perfect dress. But she's even got it on the disc. He's so funny. That's her boss. It's a great movie, and I started putting a playlist together, and I have, a lot of songs featured in this film, like Thriller and Love is a Battlefield, all the good ones. Vienna by Billy Joel. Will never get old. But yeah, so we're gonna be doing this 13 going on 30 inspired makeup look today. I wanted to even show you, I got these earrings. So I'm gonna wear these, and then I got, of course, the necklace. I don't even know if she really wears this in the movie, does she? Oh yeah, she does. She's always wearing some sort of funky necklace. But I'm just obsessed with my nails. I'm trying to make sure I keep them nice and clean because I had to get them done early. Because I have to work every day up until my birthday, but I'm just gonna try to keep them clean and nice. Not really try to do too much with my hands. It's kind of hard though because I work with my hands. Alright, well, let's get started on the makeup now. We've only been sitting here for 6 minutes. I'm definitely gonna start with my eyes, so let's pick out some shadows. I want to go for like a definitely back in like the early 2000s, like that's kind of where part of this movie takes place, but you know, it's very like sheen, frosty eyeshadows. That's the word I'm looking for. Frosty eyeshadows, and just bright. It's just gonna be kind of like a bright look. I want to stick with like blues and greens. So I do have this one, e.l.f. Quad, which I think would be really great. This is the Mini Melt palette in Meant to Be. Love this palette. I think it's so beautiful. I think I'll definitely dabble in this. And then I also need some frosty blue, so let me kind of dig in and see what I have. Frosty blues. I got some blues in here. They're not really frosty though. These are more like that's too glittery, and then that's a matte. You guys know this one? There is kind of a blue. It's called Hot Copic. It could work. It could work. I'll keep it out. I don't think I really have too many blues now that I'm thinking about it. This Roddy color is really good. I think I'll probably use this as like a base shade. And then I have this shade here from Urban Decay. This was my first beauty purchase ever. Before I really understood makeup and all that, this was the first thing I bought. It's in the shade Peace. So funny. I didn't know what to buy. I think I had a gift card and I didn't know what to buy. It's not bad. I think I might use it. I don't really have too many blues, so I guess we're gonna start there. Yeah. Okay, let's get some primer. So, as always, I'm going to go in with my Milani eyeshadow primer. This will give me a nice base to start with. I'm just going to put this on my lids. Just like to make sure that covers the whole lid. And I kind of want to like blend it in till it's a little like dry, I guess. And then I'm going to take my powder. I like to take a translucent powder. This one is just the Invisible Matte by Clinique. And I just like to go over the primer so I know that my eyeshadow will be locked in place. I just prefer to do it with this than like an eyeshadow color. I literally do this with like the same brush every time. I don't even know who makes this brush. Shadonia Lace B13. I think I'm going to start with some matte shades underneath. And then I'll put the glitters on top because honestly that'll probably help them stay a bit better. And I think what I want to do is do like the green to the blue. I have an inspo picture I want to find. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I was trying to pull it up on my iPad, but my iPad's not letting me log in, and I just don't have the patience to deal with it right now. But I did look at the picture, and her eyeshadow was a lot going on, so I think I'm just going to do the green and blue, and then maybe a little bit of pink. Maybe? Yeah, we'll probably do that. Alright, so let's get started on the matte shades. I'm just going to open up all of my palettes here. And here's your... Okay, so I think I'm going to just get a flat, fluffy brush. Something that's really going to pick up that pigment for me. Here, this one looks kind of nice. It's got a little residue on it, but that's okay. It's gonna dust it off. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna start with this green shade here in this Meant to Be palette. And I'm using a Morphe H301 eye packing brush. And I'm just going to put this right here on my inner corner. And I'm going to bring that about just on this inner third. I'm really just going to pack this on my skin as opposed to sweeping it, because packing will give me more of that color impact that I'm looking for. I'm just going to build it up a couple times. Yeah, and I'm going to let it come like right above my crease, just so when my eyes are open, oh my god, shut up. Just so when my eyes are open, you can still see it. And I'll do the same thing on the other eye. I like to do my eyes together, not like one at a time. To each their own, though. Okay, so now that that's kind of where I want it to be, I'm gonna grab a different brush. I think I'll take this one. This is a Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush, the JH44. And I'm gonna dig into that. No, let me do this first. I'm gonna dig into this Roddy shade from the Michaela palette, which was that blue. And I'm gonna put this in the middle of my eye and like meet that green shade. And just start to blend them together a little bit. I honestly might go in with this, the best color shade in this Michaela palette, because it's a little bit more pigmented. Yeah. So that's just like a little bit of a brighter green in this Michaela palette that I have here. And it just enhances this mint shade. You see that was just like so much brighter. It's kind of what I'm going for. I want that. So we're just going to tap this over that mint shade that we had before. And now let me go back in with my blue on this side and just start working it out. I really just have to, I like to work back and forth. I love doing like a quote unquote, like kind of like tie-dye look, where everything kind of starts to blend into each other. And I'm just, just working it up to get it to how I want it to look. And again, making it come above my crease. Look, that's already looking so good. One more shade, and I'm gonna do it on more of a fluffy brush because this is gonna be in my outer corner. So same Michaela palette. This is in the shade Iconic, and I'm just gonna leave this right at the end. It's really giving Powerpuff Girls, except out of order because Blossom should really be in the middle. But that's okay, we're not doing Powerpuff Girls, we're doing 13 going at 30. I said the same thing with my nails though. I'm like, it's giving Powerpuff Girls. Cause look at right here. There's a green, a blue, and a pink. But technically Blossom belongs in the middle. And not Bubbles. So that's how you know it's not the Powerpuff Girls. But that's why we're here. We're here to play. I wanted to get a visual of how this looked like before I actually did it on my birthday party. So like, I had an idea going in. Also, I think it would have just been fun to do on camera with you guys. It looks so cool. It's low-key turning a little purple where I'm blending the pink and the blue because pink and blue make purple. Well, red and blue make purple, but pink and blue will still make a form of purple. Pink is just a lighter version of red. Okay, I want to grab a brush, that doesn't have anything on it. I just want to go above my crease here and just fluff this out because it's looking a little bit too crazy to me. That's better. Okay, so I think now I will start adding in the shimmer shades. Look how cool that looks though. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, there's literally a shade called Pose in this palette. Pose? That's the magazine in the movie. Stop. Why do I feel like I want to use that shade? I feel like it'll be better than this mint one. I'm gonna use it. Or should I use the mint one? No, I'm gonna use it. So I'm taking the same so I'm taking the same brush that I was using my matte greens on, and I'm just gonna dip this into the shimmer shade and put it right on top of the green. The fingers just do such a better job. Yeah. Same thing with the blue. I think I need a little bit more of a shimmery blue. This one's not that shimmery. But it's okay. We'll just get it on for now and then we'll work on it after. And then I need some sort of shimmery pink as well. This one's kind of shimmery. It's called Stunning from the Michaela palette. I'm just going to stick that in there as well. It's kind of hard doing this with my fingers and like getting the color where I want it to be. I just need a brighter blue. Look at this one. Kind of works. This one's called Hot Copic. This is in the Fade into Hue palette. So I'm pretty much digging into the Glamlight Michaela palette and the ColourPop Fade into Hue palette. And I'm just going back and forth in between all of those shades. And just working them until I'm happy with them. And just, I got some fallout over here. That's okay, I'm gonna clean that up later. It just happens with my eyes, unfortunately. You know what I'm gonna do? I have this Anastasia Beverly Hills Aurora Glow Kit that I got freaking ages ago, and I should probably throw it away. But there's a blue highlight in here. What is it called? It's called Orion. Yeah. Listen, that's the best it's gonna get, really. I feel like all the glitter is just kind of going away. But it looks cool. Okay. So, let me take a little sip of my coffee. Okay. Let's take a detour. And we're gonna move on to the face. I'm just gonna clean underneath my eyes right now. Just so they're clean. Don't have any shadow. I just got a text from a man that I haven't spoken to in probably 2 years. Excuse me? What? It's probably been more than 2 years. How do you even think about me? Mind you, I don't really know this guy. That's so funny. Let's move on. We're gonna start with some primer. Okay, so primer is kind of important. Day of, I'll probably most likely wear my Bobbi Brown face base, which is right here. And then I'm in between because I've been really liking this a lot more recently than I used to. But I also feel like this primer really helps my pores. First things first though, I will go in with a little bit of the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Only thing is today I had already did my skincare and I probably wouldn't put on my moisturizer day of if I'm putting this on first. I mean, I know for a fact that I'll be fixing my face differently during the day than I am at night. So, like, that's not really a concern of mine, but today, since I've already been up for a little while and walked the dog and everything, I already put my moisturizer on, but we're just going to do a little bit of this again. No worries. . gotta make sure that's nice and blended into the skin. Okay. I love the Bobbi Brown face base. If you've never tried this, the Vitamin Enriched face base, it's been around a very, very long time, but it's so good. It also smells a little refreshing. You know, kind of like oranges. But it's really great for like long wear on makeup. It's fantastic. Okay, so I think for today, I'm just going to do my Even Better Clinique Pore Defying Primer because I think today I am just going to go in with the Clinique Even Better Pore Defying Primer as my second prime because I do know that these two items work well for me together, and I do want to generally just test it out today. I literally want to do my makeup the same way today that I do it on my birthday party. But, you know, I also want to see if anything changes, or if I don't like something, I can change it day of. I mean, I'm definitely going to be wearing this makeup a lot longer today than I will be that day, but that's just because I'm going to work, and I'm not going to, you know, change my makeup after this. I don't have time for that. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit, and while that is sitting, let's discuss foundation. I have two options. First option is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. She's a tried and true. She is great. Stays in place all day. I personally like it. Most people like it. There have been some people that tell me they don't like it. But you know, some things just won't work for every skin type. I have a more oily combo skin type. I find that it wears well for me. The other option that I have is the Tear foundation. This is the Mask Fit Red Cushion Foundation in 2N1 Ivory. I have this in 2C3 Fresco. So these are like my two like back-to-back, like really good all-day wear foundations. I think I do want to try Tear today. I wore Double Wear. I think I wore Double Wear yesterday or the day before yesterday. So the only thing I don't like about the Tear foundation is how long it takes to apply. Because it comes like this, and you have your little sponge, and you dip your sponge in, and it doesn't even look like there's anything really on there, but you're just gonna start patting into the skin. My only thing with this foundation is I feel like the first day I used it and the first day I got it, it worked really well. I literally have a TikTok on it. I feel like since it's sat for a little while now, it just doesn't work as well. But there's also really no way of telling how much product is in this. So that's just something to consider. Honestly, if I feel like I don't want to deal with this that day, I might just wear my Double Wear. It just applies faster. Also, I felt like the first day I used this, I didn't really have to dip into my palette again, and now I feel like I do. And I've only used this foundation maybe 4 times. Maybe 5. It hasn't been that long. Or that many uses, I should say. I just can't believe this man texted me at like 9 a.m. on a random, what day is today? Tuesday? Monday? No, today's Sunday. What? you found my YouTube channel. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. If you are watching this, hey. Let me see if I answer you or not. I don't really know yet. Men are so interesting. It's like, what makes them think about you? Okay, almost done. Do you see what I mean? That it's like really time consuming. It's quite the workout. Just banging on your face the whole time. I have heard good things about the Tear primer as well. And I do think the coverage is very nice. Like, I don't think you need like a lot of like concealer or anything. Am I still gonna put it on? Yeah. Alright, I need to take a closer look at this. Alright. It still looks really good. So let's put that away. This Tear. And I think I'm going to do contour first before we touch concealer. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I also have one of the camo bronzer contour things, but I just feel like that one doesn't do enough for me. This one's a little darker. I'm just going to put this around the perimeter of my face, down my nose, under the lip. Cool. Now I'm going to take this Real Technique brush that really needs to be washed, to be honest. And I'm going to start working this into my skin. And I want you to know I'm not swiping. I don't want to do that. I don't want to start moving the foundation I have on underneath. So I'm just going to press it instead. And start moving around the face. I can sweep a little bit more in my forehead just because I don't have like pores up there that's going to get stuck to. And I just brush that back into the hairline. Same thing on this side, just pressing. And then down the jawline. I like to kind of brush this back into my neck. I'm not like too like precise with this. Like I put it in the spots that I wanted, but like I'll go in and clean this part up here. Gets a little, plus I'm gonna go back in with all the powders and everything, so. Alright, now we'll do concealer. Some people do blush first, but I like to do concealer first. I think today I'll go in with the new Double Wear Concealer first. I'm just going to take a little bit of this right in the inner corner as well as on the outer edge, and then definitely on those guys right there, and on the chin, and the forehead, and down the nose. And I'm going to start to blend that in using one of those cushion blenders from Morphe. I like to bring it up right by my eyeshadow, just so I can really kind of clean that up. Also, I really love these little cushion sponges. I think they're called cloud cushions. I just think they do a really good job of blending the makeup without really like removing the makeup, like, you know, like a beauty sponge, but it doesn't take away. Maybe those pimples will go away before. We'll see. I'll do another mask before the week is over. Okay, cool. So I didn't put too much concealer on because I didn't really need that much. But I'm gonna do my blush first, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So for blush, I'm gonna do Pinky Promise. These are the e.l.f. Camo blushes. I'm gonna do a dot of that right here. And then I'm gonna come in hot pink. And I'm gonna put this one here. And then I think I'm gonna take this again. And I'm gonna start with the light pink. And just start to bring that here into the darker one. You see what I mean? Like, this really makes the product travel. It's kind of traveling a little bit more than I wanted it to, but it's okay. We're just gonna bring it all over here. I'm not afraid of blush. I actually love a good blush. I mean, I'm sure you can tell from how I do my makeup in my videos, like, very blushy. I think it looks good on me. I'm gonna take a beauty sponge. There's nothing really on it though, like it's not wet. I'm just gonna help move this product around a little bit more. Just kind of get that to where I like it. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do after I do this, it just wasn't bright enough in that one spot for me. Now I'm gonna take the Camo Concealer. This is actually the matte formula. This is in the shade Fair, Fair Beige, and it's so light, like it's so light. So I just like to stick it in my inner corner. And this will just brighten this area. just need a little bit more just to calm down this area a little bit. Okay, cool. Love it. I love it. So now this is where the powder products start to come into play. So I think for the fun of it, we're going to take the pink Wet n Wild translucent powder. I like to take some of that in the cap. And I have a powder puff. And I always start under my eyes. And this will give it just like a little pink hue, which I love. And then I'll just start kind of pressing this into all the areas that I feel like move on me the most, which is like my nose and around my mouth. And then I'll just start kind of setting the whole face with some of this powder. And I'm pressing this. Again, I'm not sweeping. Try your best not to sweep, because sweeping is what's going to start moving the product around, and we don't want that. And I just kind of dab that across my eyes too. Okay, put that away. Okay, so now's the part where I'm going to double, like, do everything. So especially for longevity, I like to do all my liquids and then follow that up with powders. So we just set the face with powder. Now I'm going to go in with a bronzer. This is just the one from Clinique in Sunkissed. And again, pressing this into my cheekbone as opposed to sweeping. On the forehead, I said I kind of sweep a little bit. But on the cheeks, my cheeks will start to pick up if I don't press. And this will just bring back some of that warmth of the bronzer or contour that I feel like was missing on the cheek area specifically. And then down the nose again. And then just right there. Cool. And then for blush, I think I'm just gonna use, actually we can use this one. This is Krista from Benefit. It's so interesting because it looks really orangey in the palette, but it's not that orangey on the skin. It's more pinkish. I also have one called In Bloom that I really like. It's kind of similar, but it's more brighter pink than this one. At least in the pan. In the pan, it looks more brighter pink. Sometimes I'll put a little there and a little here, just to kind of make my whole face look cohesive. And then for highlight, what I want to do for my highlight, should we do it like, should we take the Aurora Glow Kit again? No, I kind of want it to be nice and shiny, nice and bright. I'm going to take Starlight Glow from Clinique as well. This has kind of been my go-to for highlight. I'm just going to put that right on the tip of my cheekbone. I try not to take it too far on my cheeks. I just kind of want it right there because that's really what complements me. And I'll do the same right here. Tip of my nose. Always. Lips. chin, bridge, and above the forehead. Or the eyebrows, I mean. And I'm gonna just place her to the side because I'm not done with her. At this point, though, I'm gonna quickly comb through my brows. Alright, so I have the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. It's just like a dual-ended brow pencil. These are kind of my favorite because I like having the spoolie on one side. And I like a thinner pencil. So all I do is follow the natural shape of my brows, but I just kind of like to fill in the spots that are missing. So a little bit down here and a little bit up here, and then I just do little hair-like strokes and fill in all the missing gaps. And then I'll just take my spoolie in and brush through it, and that just kind of calms it down a little bit. Sometimes my eyebrows come out better than other times. I feel like I'm rushing now because I kind of have to get going. It's good enough. And then we'll do this side, same thing. For some reason, I'm missing a lot up here. And then just at the top. Okay. So after that, try not to take too much time on my eyebrows. This is the 24-Hour Brow Setter by Benefit. I like this because it just kind of puts my hair in place without removing the product that I put on. I feel like a lot of brow gels move the pencil you put on, and it's just like, well, what's the point of even putting it on? I should probably address my eyebrows too before my birthday. Okay, so for the bottom of my eyes, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open up all my palettes again. I think I'm gonna kind of keep it in the same order that it's in now. So I'm gonna take a really thin brush, like something like this, go into my iconic shade, which was the pink, and bring that right on the outer edge of my lower lash line and connect it to the top part. I'm gonna do the same thing with the blue shade, and do that in the center. And you guessed it, we are gonna do the same thing with the green. Okay, cool. And then let's add the sparkles. Definitely needed that there. Last color. I think that brush is kind of putting on the blue a little better. So I'm just revisiting. Sometimes I have to do that with my eyeshadow at the end. Okay, that looks really cool. Really love that. Just gonna run a black eyeliner underneath here. And I honestly think I want to put a white in here. This is the DYX Jumbo pencil in milk, I think. Yeah. It would even be cool if, I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now, actually. I'll probably go in and tap it in with a white eyeliner. I just don't want to do it right now because I don't really have super much time. Okay, real quick, back in with that highlighter. I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. Amazing. And now we have to do lashes, so let me just curl them really quick. I haven't decided if I'm going to wear falsies or not yet. Knowing me, I probably won't. I just don't like them. I need to get a new lash curler too. Okay, today's lash is going to be Squirrel Lush, excuse me. This is a company that makes mascara, brow stuff, growth stuff. I really like it, and I really like this mascara. This is a tubing mascara. It's probably the hardest mascara I have to take off, but I plan to hop in the shower tonight, so I think it'll be easier to remove in the shower. But it literally keeps my lashes up all day, and they look so good. And if it takes a little bit more time to remove it at night, I'm okay with that. Because you don't need false lashes with this mascara. You do not. See what I mean? What? Insanity. Not Spawn, but if you want to, I'm here. Oh no, I got it on my lid. It's just phenomenal. Like, I don't think I have another mascara like this. I don't know how they did it. Bottom I don't care about as much. Then the top. It's one of my favorite mascaras. I don't use it all the time because it does take a lot to get off, but this is a special occasion. All right, quickly, I'm gonna set my face. Today, I'm just gonna use Set the Day by Clinique. I might use the Patrick Star one the day of my birthday, but I think this one does a good job. And for lips, I think I want to keep them pink. Yeah, like I love this color. This is LA Colors. It's in the shade Magical. And I want to keep it kind of glossy. So here, this is Butter Gloss by NYX in the shade She Got Money. And then I'm gonna have my hair done that day, obviously. But right now, this is what we got. Let me go get my dress so I can show you. Here's the dress. It looks a little different than what she wears in the film, but nobody's really gonna know. But you can see my nails compared to the dress. And like how I really took my inspo. I would love to try it on for you right now, but I don't really have the time. But if you want to see pictures, just follow me on Instagram. I'm going to post pictures on there probably. I'll link both of my Instagrams. I have like my little like makeup ASMR Instagram, and then I have like my actual Instagram. So I'll link them both if you want to follow me there. Otherwise, you guys, this is the final look. Take a little look-see. I think it's really cute. I think it's gonna go really well. I'm really excited. It's really girly pop. It's really cute. I'm really excited. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day. And please make sure you hit subscribe if you liked what you saw today. Let me know if you think I should make a POV channel. I did ask about that, and a lot of you said yes. I'm also thinking about either doing Patreon or like the membership thing on here. I have to do a little bit more looking into it, but you know, sometimes I film stuff that just doesn't make the cut, so I can always like put those videos on there if you're down for it. But yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.